Okay. If you wanna, if you got something to add, I think that was the mic drop tonight. How about you each have, both, I'd like to hear from each of you on this one. Your favorite character, and by favorite character, like your most beloved character, and then your most hated that you really wish you did not done. Or if you had.
Well, I love, I mean, the sort of stand, we love all the characters we do equally. All our children are special.
Sure they are.
But certainly Android 17 has been the most successful character for me because I've been doing him for 20 years now. 20, maybe 23 years. So, and for him to come back in Super the way he did, and now with the expectation that now that he's come back in Super, you're like, well, maybe he'll come back again. So he's a favorite for that reason. Hiei is like my favorite because the first time I went to a convention was for Hiei, and I didn't know I was going to sign autographs. I had been an actor for years, and you do acting work at conventions, like pipe fitting convention. You get hired by an oil, equipment company, and they're like, "Here's your script." Yeah, and so you're passing out pamphlets all day long, like, "Oh, this oil company is great," or whatever. So I thought it was gonna be like, "Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is great." I thought I was gonna do an 8-hour days of marketing, for the show. And then they were like, "No, you're gonna sign autographs," and I was like, and nobody's gonna want my autograph. And it was at San Diego Comic-Con, and they sat me down in a room that you could land an airplane in, and there was nobody at my table. And I was like, "See, I told you this was so stupid. This is not gonna work." And it was kind of set up on a thing like this. There are a bunch of vendors there. And I was like, I feel so stupid just sitting at this. I'm gonna sit at this table for 3 hours. And they were like, "Chuck, that's your line." And there was a line all the way around the room, and I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Release the hound!" And then people came up to the table, and so I did, and then I signed autographs for 3 hours. So I didn't know that I had no idea I was famous. I still don't know. But he is special for that reason. People hate Shao Tucker. I don't hate Shao Tucker. I think he's funny. I think what he did to Nina was hilarious. Wow. Well, it's an audible gasp from the audience, man. I love it. Shao Tucker people hate. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious when I recorded it. And then I watched the show and I was like, I am a disgusting, horrible human.
Yes. What was the question? Favorite, best and most hated? Regretful. I don't have any.
No regrets.
No regret. Character I regret. I'll tell you, I've never have been and was ever very happy about having a Dragon Ball Z session. Whenever it was on the calendar and it was like, I knew. Well, we did lots of different shows, and it was the one in the week that was just, you knew you were going to be destroyed. Because, yeah, I always make sure, and I'm on a show now which is same design team as Dragon Ball Z, and that's what's rough about it is I'm just like, book me on Friday. I'm not going to scream unless it's on a weekend. But already my career didn't know that. I was just like, okay, they said Wednesday, and no, I can ask for a different time, and it was voice trashing. So I wasn't. He's my most beloved character, though. Like he's the character that when I watch the show, I go, "Geez, I love Vegeta." Like he's such a great, fun character, right? The anti-hero and such a a badass. At certain times, I just love what came of the character. I love what Chris has done with the character. I love where the series is going. I love the movies. I'm still invested in the projects myself, and I'm not even voicing them anymore. We did it for years in Canada, and the UK, and Ireland. Saw a lot of what we did, and then we haven't done it for quite a while. But he's still my favorite character in anime, but also the one I least liked to do. One that I did quite enjoy doing was I really enjoyed doing Alan Shazar from Vision of Escaflowne. He was kind of in my own vocal range and a relatively calm sort of warrior that didn't really hurt very much. It was quite a fun storyline to follow along. And then my favorite series to watch that I did, but I don't watch that many of the things that I do, was Death Note. That was one I'm not invested in seeing tons and tons of anime, but it's the only series I've seen all of that I've done that I really enjoyed. And Ryuk was a blast to do because you could just kind of sit back and watch the process and not be there yelling at people or powering up or screaming or anything like that. That was a joy. So there's a lot of fun characters. None I regret doing, but there's ones I regretted that I did look forward to doing, I guess I should say.
Strain on the voices.
Strain is mostly, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the vein of it too. Is the Dragon Ball was such an experience with it, especially having to do it at the volume that we did it at that time too. And I was the same. You know, it was, oh boy, got another Dragon Ball coming up this week. And so I had to meet with my agent that it had to be recorded on a Friday because I needed 2 days of gaming afterwards at least. And you know, as fun as the character was to do, it was totally taxing. Most fun I ever had was, I think, Skeletor. It was just incredible, this baffling, bubbling, crazy being that was just going every which direction on the drop of a dime. And it was my time in the sandbox, as I call it. It was a lot of fun. And I'll say that I had a lot of fun working with Darth Vader's character in the Star Wars as well, which was fun. So, yeah.
Gosh, I'm just happy I've never had to do a Dragon Ball session. I've done a Dragon Ball show, and any role where I've really had to scream and screech a lot, it really does take a toll on you. If you don't know how to use your voice as correctly as some people go to vocal coaches so that they can learn how to scream in an area of your throat that does not hurt your vocal cords. There's ways to do it, and it's pretty tough to learn, I think. But some people have it down, and I certainly don't. There's some things I can't do anymore because of overuse, you know, getting older and all that stuff. But I once in at ADV a long time ago, I would record a bunch of screechy, high-pitched characters, and I would usually work with the director who was like, no, because you have to do it 15 times. And he would be really specific. No, it's not, it's more, Really? You'll see you 50 cents of stuff on your board. So, I think my favorite character is, it's interesting because my most well-known character right now is probably Gentle, but he's probably my favorite character.